was all by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking of you. Oh yeah, did I mention I was all by myself? All by myself.
Welcome back, Mother Cuppers. Woo! Man.
All by myself.
Ant's on vacation. And Logan is sending some encouraging tweets to his Dynasty roster. So it's just me. And to be honest, I've been on vacation too. I haven't paid much attention to the fantasy landscape in comparison to the rest of the season. But I couldn't deny you a PreCup. Not on championship week. There's at least 5 of you that's going to pay attention to this. Maybe 4. Whatever. This one's for the diehards. Alright? And I'm going to do it a little differently than I usually do. Since the DoC is going to be the main event, I'm going to start with some Dynasty. We got a championship over in the Dynasty League too. It's Logan taking on Nick Manarino. So we got the OBX men taking on Churchill Downs. And it's looking like it's going to be a barn burner. I have the luxury of seeing all the Saturday games. I'm recording this after that shellacking that Green Bay just got at the hands of Derrick Henry. Wow. Too bad he didn't help anybody's roster this week. But Derrick Henry with like 40 plus points. Daggone. But that dude's not in this lineup. So let's talk about this lineup. So far, it looks like, well, Nick's had Jahmyr Gibbs go off for a whopping 6.4 points. Jake Ferguson hit the 7.85 mark. And let's see what Josh Jacobs did. Oh, nothing. Josh Jacobs did nothing at all. But Nick was going to be down a quarterback this week. All his dudes are hurt. Lamar Jackson, not going to play. He had an option. He could have gone with Malik Willis, former first-round pick from the Tennessee Titans. Malik Willis went off for 33.5 points. I have it on good authority that Logan tried to block any quarterback play Nick could make. He spent every dollar he had in his Dynasty fab to pick up Phillip Rivers. And then the news comes out, Jordan Love's not going to play. Nick capitalizes and daggone. This is going to be close. Logan's had Javonte Williams go so far. He put up 11.5 points before exiting the game. Probably would have gone banana sandwich. And, well, here's the thing with this matchup. Nick's got a 1-2 punch in JSN and Puka Nacua. And that's a hefty 1-2 punch. Those two could combine for 80 points themselves. But Logan, on the running back side, he's got Bijan and James Cook. Also a duo that could go banana sandwich. Nick's got Barkley, but Logan's got Olave. The quarterback matchup here is pretty significant. Willis already went off, and Nick still has Brock Purdy. Logan, on the other side, has Joe Burrow and Jacoby Brissett, who all he's done since taking over is score about 25 points each week. Pretty consistent there. Save last week with a disappointing performance. But I look for both of those quarterback duos to put up some big points. ETN's a bit of a wild card on Nick's squad. He's been good. Been really good. But going up against an Indy defense It's a divisional game, always a little tough to play. We'll see how that goes. And Fannin, some bad news on Friday after Travis Kelce has already played. On Friday, the Fannin news came out that he hurt himself in practice. In practice! So Logan's scrambling a little bit. Scrambling just a little bit. Doesn't know what he's going to do there. Nobody does. Hopefully Fannin plays and he's going to be good. We want that for this matchup. We want to watch a good matchup. And if Logan can pull it off, which right now it is projection-wise right down the middle, I have to say I like the JSN and Puka Nacua duo there a little bit better than I like the James Cook against Philly and Bijan against the Rams. So if I had to call it right now, I'm going to say Nick gets his first championship win in Dynasty. But if Logan can pull it off, he's going to tie Paul being a 2-time champion and a back-to-back champion at that. So I'm pulling for you, little brother. I hope it works out. Hope it works out for you. Next, let's get into the DoC. We're done talking about Dynasty. This is the main event. The matchup you all came to see. This one right here, also involving Nick Manarino. It is going to be my man, Nate, taking on Nick. It is Yo Soy Fiesta up against Stormy Daniels. Never changed that name. Got rid of Jaden and said, I'm going to keep it. Didn't work out. Here you are. In the toilet bowl, my man. In the toilet bowl. And Nate, being diabolical, started Bo Nix. Nix, quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Started him against him. Scored 28.5 points. Pretty solid. I already told you I love Brissett. Nick's got Brissett. That guy's been solid. But he's projected pretty much exactly what he always gets. So, no mystery there. RJ Harvey's already done good work for Nick. Getting him 18.6. But Terry McLaurin at 11.3 exactly matched Deebo Samuel on the other side on Nate's team. Now, Nate's got Pollard. He has been a dog as of late. Going up against a tough New Orleans defense, but still a dog. Kyron has a quorum problem. And Wandale's a bit of a wild card. We'll see how that goes. I think the tight end position's a bit of a wash. Dallas Goedert up against Juwan Johnson. That feels pretty much the same. On Nick's side, he is chasing Alec Pierce's production from last week with old man Rivers. And he's already had the Broncos go off for 11 points. Nate has the Browns, though. Been a solid defense all year long. You got to think Myles Garrett's going to get at least one sack just to get the record. Get the sack against, let's see, who are they playing? Oh, my goodness. He's going to get the record against Aaron Rodgers. That's freaking legendary. Nobody cares about kickers. They'll probably score the exact same amount of points. Right now, Nate, who's had plenty of time to think about what he's going to do in this week, is projected to beat Nick by 20.2 points. 124 to 104. And looking at this, knowing Josh Jacobs has laid an egg for him with a whopping 1.3, can't be happy about that. I think Nate's going to escape the last place punishment, and Nicky Boy is going to be spinning that wheel of misfortune. I wonder what it's going to be. We're going to have an episode just for that. You can count on it. The next matchup I'm going to get into is, well, it's a big one. It's the championship matchup. It's Derek. It's Andrew. It's Kicking It taking on CD's Nuts. Now we have the veteran Derek going up against the newcomer to the championship, Andrew Giannakakis. Andrew has made a lot of great moves. He had a good draft, had some injuries happen early, but didn't waver. Said, no, sir, I will not lay down. He made some trades. He picked up some dudes on the waiver. He made his team better, and they made a run and got all the way to the championship round. Derek, on the other side, didn't really do a whole lot. Didn't change up a whole bunch of stuff. Drafted a great kicker. And rode him through a tremendous win streak to get him to this point, the championship round. And so far, Derek has played like a champion. He picked up Bill Krosky Merritt off the waiver, put him in the starting lineup. Unbelievable. Said, you're my guy, Bill. Get in there. Show me what you got. And he did. 22.5 points from Bill. You love it. You love it. George Pickens, a fairly disappointing 11.8, but at least he showed up. He played a bit. You like that. He did a little bit more than his counterpart on the other side, CeeDee Lamb, who got a disappointing 9.6 for Andrew. Couldn't have been as disappointing, though, as Courtland Sutton getting 8 points and a terrible, terrible drop pass. Andrew was counting on that catch for certain. But all is not lost for Andrew. All is not lost for Andrew. He's got Stafford. Been playing at an MVP level. Probably not going to have Devontae Adams, but didn't stop him last week. Stafford to the moon against Atlanta. The wild card, Travis Etienne. This guy has been playing lights out. Been a receiving target, gotten the yards on the ground. Doesn't matter. He's getting his yards. He's going to get a touchdown. Travis Etienne's going to make this interesting. I think that wild card right there is what Andrew will need to keep it close. Trey McBride. What a trade. Andrew scooped this guy, and this dude is 7 catches away from the NFL record for most receptions in a season. And I bet you he gets it this week against Cincinnati. That is the tight end you want this week. And just for good measure, down in the flex, he has Juwan Jennings. Been a big target for Brock Purdy. And if those touchdowns go Jennings' way, which he's usually good for 1-ish a game, sometimes none. He's been getting some touchdowns. So I like Juwan Jennings to steal a couple of those Brock Purdy points and neutralize that stack just a bit. Derek, though, with the Taysom Hill pickup and slide in the tight end. Derek's words, it's always good to have a running back 1 in your tight end spot. I gotta say, I don't disagree. That's a pretty solid strategy. If Taysom has a day, look out Andrew, because it kind of neutralizes Trey McBride a touch. I don't know. He had a fantastic game because it was going to be his last game in New Orleans. Does he keep that going on the road? You just need him this week in Tennessee. It doesn't matter what he does next week. I think he's going to blow Tennessee out of the water. I think Taysom Hill has an exceptional game, and Saquon Barkley will be no different against Buffalo's run defense. It's been pretty porous. I think Saquon can have a day. I think Derek's going to get the win. I think he's going to be the first 3-time champion in the DoC. Andrew, it was a valiant effort, and I still think you can pull it off, but you're going to have some extraordinary games out of the likes of Etienne and Kenneth Gainwell, and you're going to need the Giants to do work against the Las Vegas Raiders. That's what you're going to need to happen. But we're all pulling for you, man. We want you. Take down Derek. We're here for it, man. We want to see it. Derek, good luck too. Don't want to poo-poo on you. Great run to get to this point. So yeah, that's that. I'm not going to give you the thing. I'm not even going to do a pre-cup parlay this week. What's the point? There's only one of me. It'd be like me saying James Cook anytime touchdown or Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown in that same game. Or maybe an Ashton Genty anytime touchdown. But I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'm not gonna tell you that that's plus $5.58 and $15 would pay $99. I'm not doing that. Why would I do something silly like that? There's no parlay this week. That's it, boys. That's all I got. Best of luck to you that are still playing for something. And for everyone else, well, there's always next year. Have a great week and a happy new year, Mother Cuppers. And we'll see you next time.